shit. Dead.
Because they enter like some kind of general algorithm.
It's pretty good. It's pretty cool.
And oh my god, the amount of people with some pretty wild opinions there is. Isn't it? Well, it's not beautiful, but it's pretty fascinating.
When I was 15, the thought of an apocalypse never troubled me.
She's not on banner. My wife is on banner.
The boss says my chemo treatment isn't as bad as all that. I put the evidence in her head. A few years ago, I needed a course of chemotherapy and was forced to expect all the usual side effects: nausea, fatigue, aches and pains, and of course, hair loss. Well, after the first couple of rounds, I was feeling fairly good. Not too nauseous, which had weirdly been my main worry. Vomit-free since '93, etc., etc. My gums had begun to hurt me, and I was starting to notice my hair was beginning to get, shall we say, a little bit loose. I had noticed a bit more on my comb, and a little more in the shower. Now, I usually just put this down to regular old male Adam Baldness paranoia. MPDP? Oh my god, that's just, I'm gonna be all paranoid in the shower today. But I reckon the drugs were beginning to take effect. Well, a couple of rounds further on, I really knew it. I felt pretty old and creaky. I had mouth ulcers, and my appetite had vanished. Actually, that's not quite true. I occasionally craved a meal.
Hello there. How about a Tin Master special?
I asked the doctor if this meant anything, and she said, yes, it now means I want a meal for lunch. Helpful.
Sometimes stopping to take a break can help you go further.
However, my hair was still in place, but I could feel it was losing the battle to cling on. Even so. Now, I worked in a small office, and my boss, Carla, fake name, was a woman in her 40s who was, shall we say, kind of self-involved. She would talk incessantly about herself, and the theme was always the same.
Did you cook
a mission?
Need something? My services are expensive.
Deal with. And being forced to listen to a lot of these problems, we all came to the conclusion that most of these insufferable situations were basically
nothing to fear. The cunning hairs are here.
To deal with, or be largely self-inflicted. It's kind of ironic.
Perfect.
I have a very similar vibe with people who always say like, "Oh my god, drama." I always do. Drama are usually people that bring it.
Need some time to make some money.
To work, no matter what the issue.
Nothing to fear. Need some pet. Nothing to fear. The kind of needs some good choice.
What I solving an issue, you have to listen to her like ranting. Oh. Any given meeting was at least 40% discussing how this issue affected her personally. When all we want to do was just get the job done, we've got pretty much time. But apart from the occasional
either works.
I'll do my best.
Time to reload.
855-647.
Everything. I would take 3 days off every couple of weeks to stay on a board for the treatment, and I would be back at the office the remaining time. Good stuff. I told people in the office too, but I didn't talk about it much. I didn't really want to leave the last few and something that's a bit of a downer, I didn't want people to honestly. I just realized reading this. Isn't that funny that all the people in the office are kind of like respectful? They don't even bring up this practice.
Hit him where it hurts. I'll make it painless.
But then Carla's attitude began to change. I began to notice the past comments she would make mentioning my treatment or having to visit the doctor. Not much at first, but they began to grow in frequency. And then after a few days, my boss's friend came over to have a quiet conversation with me. She's just finding it very hard to come to terms with your news, she said. It's really affecting her deeply. Just give her some time. What do you? She's not the one with the cancer. What are you talking about? What do you mean this is difficult for her? I was pretty nonplussed at this, but asked the friend whether my situation was all bringing up some stuff from the past.
You need something? My services are expensive.
But she just replied, no, nothing like that. She's just a really sensitive person. Okay, I could understand it if it's like related to personal trauma. right? If it's, she went through something similar in the past, or maybe she lost a parent or something tragic happened. But if she isn't like related to the issue in the least, it seems like a very odd thing. This is just making someone else's struggle
Nothing to
about
fear.
yourself
The
for no
cunning hairs
reason.
are here.
Oh my god, what a shitty boss. I told my friend that, well, my boss didn't really need to come to terms with anything, because it was me having the treatment and not her. What do they call it? It's like appropriation. Is she really appropriating the cancer? This is so weird. Why do people do this? And that she shouldn't worry about it. And then I went off for a long therapeutic draft, calmed down, and did a rush afterwards, traumatized by... Oh, sorry, goes on. I'll be back to funny. Over the next week, my boss's behavior got more aggressive towards me, and slowly began to percolate through my mind. Surely she's not jealous, right? Surely she can't think I'm pulling focus in some way away from her. And now she's upset because she's not able to trump chemotherapy, because that would be insanely shallow, right? Right? Okay, but the more her behavior went on, and the more I thought about it,
Nothing
well,
to fear.
once you
The
eliminate the
cunning hairs are
impossible,
here.
as Sherlock Holmes said, right? So things finally came to a head of hair about 2 weeks later. I was at my desk, but feeling fairly rough by this point. I had finished a round of chemo 2 days earlier, and my skin was looking pretty gray. My teeth felt wobbly, my hair was still there, but it felt like it was just kind of resting on the top of my head rather than anchored there. A colleague noticed I looked under the weather and kindly asked me if I was okay. And I replied, I'll be alright,
Need
thanks,
something?
but I
My
reckon I won't
services
have
are
much hair this
expensive.
next week. Well, my boss happened to pass by at that moment, and I could see her face screw up as I said it. She then chipped in.
Standing by.
I don't think the chemotherapy is as bad as all that, is it?
Says the person who's like constantly ranting about the most mundane everyday problems.
Oh my god, I left my keys in a silly place and I had to look after them for 45 seconds. Oh my god, that struggle. Woe is me. But chemotherapy ain't so bad now, is it? Why do you want all the attention in the office? Huh? Maybe there's a problem for HR, Mr. Cancer?
Now, had this come from a friend, I probably would have let it go. And with my close friends, I'll make some pretty similar and extremely dark jokes myself. And so have they. I mean,
It's
that's
our
fine
turn,
if it's
bro.
like close friends and it comes from you
It's
and you
our
set the
turn.
standard
Come on,
and this is
let's get to
fine.
work.
And this is like something to laugh at and cope with and that sort of thing. That is completely different than like your boss at work who you're not particularly close with, and there's also like a power dynamic and stuff there. Completely different things. But that's what you do with close friends, right? But I was not close with my boss, but something just collapsed soggily in the center of me when she said it. And before I knew what I was doing, I stood up and gone over to her, blocking her exit before she could leave the room. I'm not sure, Carla, I said. I'm not sure if chemotherapy is as bad as all that. Why don't we find out?
It's our turn, bro. Starlight, it's time to shine.
And as I said it, I reached up the back of my head and
I have
casually
2
jammed out
guns,
a
so
giant
double the
fistful of hair.
accuracy.
Now, my hair at the time was fairly short, but pretty curly, and I had a good amount in my head, about the size of an enormous orange. The back of my head suddenly had a huge bald patch of the type you usually only see in home haircut catastrophes sort of way, when the flipper guard falls off. Put your hand across the back of your head now. Imagine all that suddenly gone, and you're in the right ballpark. Oh goddamn! Yeah, that's quite a bit. I held the mass of hair up in the air for a second, and then looked at my boss again. What do you think, Carla? I said calmly as I plunked it down in quivering hand. Let me know.
Take a
As I
break.
turned and left now supernaturally quiet eyes. Carla just looked had the tribble in her hand as if it was a grenade. Now, not even a long therapeutic crap was going to sort this one out. So I took an early lunch and stomped out to find a place that could do me a freezing cold squashed BLT sandwich with extra mayo. Ah, yes, indeed, some mayo on top of that traumatizing the boss back. Yes, indeed, isn't that just tasty? One thing I always find kind of funny with people like this boss is not just the main characteristic behavior and the very self-centered nature of how they think. It's also like a lack of self-awareness and the lack of awareness of what you know and don't know about people. For example, when it comes to relationships in life that are like slightly further away than, for example, your family or your partner or whatever, most people probably don't know.
Take it easy. Buckle up.
HR is not your friend. They may say they're your friend, and they're there to protect you.
Got your back.
Which is why it's so small. It was a good evening, especially when I decided it would be hilarious to tell my male friends how grateful it was they had all the leadership. It's too in solidarity. It's such a
Did you standing? So sleepy.
we'll get drunk and be like, oh, we'll just shave our heads too. And just have this evening just getting wasted and shaving each other's heads. That sounds like sex of lust. I haven't the clue.
Let's take a break.
That magnificent mask would pulse for only 2 seconds before trying to plug the clippers in. I wrestled them off and laughing my ass off. My girlfriend then told me no more beers for me. Anyway, got to the chase. Rest of the treatment went well. Everything went into remission and has thankfully stayed in remission ever since. So, job done. Well done medical team. I took the time off, went through the treatment, and also managed to find myself a new job at the same time before I had to return. Meanwhile, back at the office, the star was on the way. Word got around about her behavior. She tried her usual tricks, but she had been misunderstood, and often said she wasn't at the whole thing, but people were noticeably colder towards her, according to my colleagues, and people would start to refer to her as hairball behind her back. The name stuck. I finally returned to her, only to hand in my notice and leave. On my way out, I tried to be as classy as possible with Carla. I thanked her for the opportunity to the future. She did not say much. I gave her a card and a small token of appreciation. I told her to hold on to her Korean until she got home. It was a deep deal of love, 1979 empty movies who were technically in this whole list. John Savage and Treat Williams. You still got Google when you looked up Occipital Love, right? Well, if this one too. I returned to my ordinary regular run-of-the-mill male pattern baldness paranoia. The new job was pretty terrific. In fact, I still like these open paper thin BLTs. Now, what a beautiful story. Now I have to Google it.
Did you call?
Which alien?
I'll help you win. The lunch is on. Ready for? Did you standing? I'll help.
If you need help, call me anytime.
Ready? Did you call? Standing by.
It's very beautiful.
Need something? My services are expensive.
And the old ones felt what she deserved in terms of the honest penalty called for its restricted back. You see, these kind of stories also the kind of thing where, you know, the punishment matches the crime, sort of. She was self-centered, everyone called upon it, and she lost her precious little, I don't know, self-centeredness or whatever you want to call it.
You're the main character of the office now, are you, Carla?
Dad wouldn't stop saying things I didn't want to hear. Something I say not in anger is those things
Don't get hit. No escape.
I looked over at him and said, "You cannot ever just be on the couch in the basement you lay on the next day." He got this like, "God, what the f did I just hear, look?" And I said to him, "Every time you tell me something I don't want to hear, I'm telling you something you don't want to hear." He never said anything vulgar about him or my mom ever again. Oh, that is beautiful. Just clap back. Oh my God. And this is such a weird thing. If you want to like embarrass your kids, which can be a valid
Standing by.
form of
Nothing ready for combat.
confidently misuse
Needs-
slang.
standing by.
Something like that. Yeah, kids, skippity get Riz, am I right? That's what you do. That's what you do. You're not like, peep for Juj, am I right, teenage child? Dear God, man. Dear God. Just use slang confidently and correctly. That is
No escape. Seth in position. Found your weakness. Backup's here.
okay. Don't judge pregnant people. Man, I could have a big 30 boxes about what you shouldn't do with pregnant people. This is so common for some reason. Went to my brother-in-law's wedding to a lovely woman while 36 weeks pregnant. We live out of state, so I didn't know any of the people there other than my husband's family. But it was nice of him.
Now, you're the prey. Watch your blind spots.
Caressing it like how much not? I just pushed my hand over her stomach and they got extremely direct. I go, she got very comfortable and asked me what
Backup's
was
here.
So I replied, no, she did it to me. She got a red face.
Found your weakness. No escape. Come on.
The experience is hilarious. That is so funny. I see this sort of thing repeated so often. People just lose their minds regarding common decency. It's for example with pregnant women. Like all of a sudden you can just fondle people if they happen to be pregnant. Or for example when it comes to trans people, it's like, oh, what's in them pants? When it's like, yeah, very much sexual harassment territory. But for some reason when it's a trans person, you can just fondle about what's in the pants all you like. Apparently.
My turn.
It's such a problem. It's so beautiful. Just be weird and more dicks than they are. They will regard it like a conspiracy.
Seth in position.
And you reply, what?
A little gift for ya.
You don't have what it takes.
This afternoon, I was shopping at
Your crime won't be forgiven.
Hit him where it hurts. Let's make this quick. Come on.
No problem.
Here. Seth in position.
No problem. Need something? My nothing to fear. The cunning hairs are here.
I mean, the statement isn't incorrect. You know, you shouldn't mess with your
I'll do my best. Watch out. Found your weakness.
Over here!
You asked for it!
I wanna help you!
The pressure is on.
Why don't you have a taste of my blood?
I'm a self-defense instructor. Well done. You handled this perfectly. It's not stolen valor. She said, don't mess with a Marine. Not, I wasn't.
Want me to win the ball?
I'll make it painless. A little gift for ya.
You don't have what it takes!
I'll prove myself! Your crime won't be forgiven! We're not done yet!
And she just handed me neither received a cent and just stood there, too shocked to do anything. It was awesome. Instant karma, hell yeah. We should really normalize embarrassing Karens more often. I think that would like solve some of the issues, right? Update, don't do it. We have an update already. This is the beautiful part about catching stories like this a couple of days late. It's like when you watch a series and you already have the entire season out. It's beautiful, isn't it? The grab and squeeze was Friday. Hobby agreed with a lot of you, so we decided to call a lawyer before talking to the police. Friday evening, we went to the ER to get photos of my bruising. I called the police station and told them to cancel Saturday's appointment. I was getting a lawyer. Monday, I met with an impressive lawyer. Why she's in my tiny nowhere town is a mystery to me. More pictures, the bruising was now red and purple.
Did you call me?
A mission?
Wanna...
I'll help. Did you call me?
Today, Thursday, we met at the police station. We had an appointment.
Standing by.
Oh, there's a form to fill out. Right out of state. Somebody will be with you.
Nothing to
fear.
Need something? My services are expensive.
Half an hour after appointment time, the lawyer goes up to the window. She got stern about disrespect. An officer came out and got us in quickly after that. He didn't really seem to care. His job, the attack, my injury, the kid, life, the universe, or anything. My lawyer prodded him to get pictures. A policewoman took them. Then we were told that we were free to go. So I don't think I'm going to get arrested for the kid's nose. Somehow I
Did
don't
you
think I
call
will
me?
hear anything else about the whole thing.
Wanna...
I'll help you.
If you need help, call me.
Wanna...
Ready for...
A mission?
Nothing to fear. The cunning hairs are here.
Yes. You got a lawyer that's really in your corner. That is good news. That is good news. Heck yeah. the best of luck, and I hope the parents aren't like holding some BS about this. Like, oh my god, you hurt my kid when my kid literally assaulted you. But that's beside the point. It's my little ankle. So we don't understand. This kind of stuff is absolutely unacceptable, both for the and
My turn. No escape.
my parents were separated, and my dad lived in another city. He passed away a few years ago. My uncle's wife is very religious and is known for preaching to others about things she doesn't like and why they are bad. There have been several incidents between her and other family members because of this. They get themselves.
Your crime won't be forgiven!
The pressure's on.
Why don't you have a taste of my claws?
Come on!
She seems to really enjoy picking fights.
Now my turn! My turn!
A little gift for ya.
You don't have what it takes.
Paying attention to her. She climbed close while my grandma stared at her and told her to be mindful of what she says. Suddenly, my uncle's wife covers her face with her hands and pretends to cry and starts hyperventilating before laying down on the couch.
Jane, time to rotate! You asked for it! Cracking down!
Hit him where it hurts.
I want to help
Backup's here! You may remain silent!
How do you like me now? Here's what you got.
Keep attacking!
Found your weakness. Now, you're the prey. Yep.
My mom was driving me, at the time 30 years old, and her then boyfriend back from a Mother's Day brunch. I still had stitches in my neck from the surgery. My husband and kid were in a separate car because he was fussing and I was getting a migraine. I had hoped Mom's car...
Jane!
Found your weakness.
You asked for it!
The expert is here. I'll make it painless.
Wanna try my massage?
Turn over, and you leave!
Don't get sloppy. Oops, sorry.
Watch it back.
No use resisting!
Hit him where it hurts.
Surrender now! Prepare to face judgment!
The pressure's on.
Why don't you have a taste of my blood?
I'll prove myself!
Time to strike.
I am and a young guy comes up beside me with an ice cream. I don't think anything of it until suddenly he shoves the cone in my face, smearing my face in stickiness. I start crying and freaking out, yelling, "I'm deathly allergic to dairy, and I need my EpiPen now!" I am terrified.
Let's take a
As
break.
I'm searching, he's freaking out, saying, "I'm sorry, it was supposed to be a prank." Before I open my EpiPen, I start laughing hysterically. He gets mad. He has the audacity to get mad after shoving ice cream in someone's face. I asked him how did he like being ridiculed. I didn't realize until after one of his friends reported but my
Why are you typing that? Here's a Rio.
update to the DA and have press charges. He is the son of a prominent figure in my community, so picked it up. So even if nothing comes out of it, he's been shamed in the community. The Book of Faces comments have been hilarious towards him. To make it better, they are charging this kid, he's 18, with a felony because I have proof of my dairy allergy and reaction afterwards. I'm not going to link the article
Why is
because
there
that
only
will
one
dox me
person?
since it is a small community. I think that's good. Just make sure people have consequences for this kind of stuff. To be honest, this is...
Buckle up! Wait for me! Backup is here! This won't hurt! Go the extra mile! You're never done doing it! Move it! Little old me... Kick into gear! Darn, right when I thought it was party time. We'll never back down. Fracture! Stay on guard. There's space. This won't hurt. Go the extra mile. We never back down. Heads up! We gotta charge right through.
Yo, dad. One second. Seven. The fuck? Why is it 7? Jesus. Okay.
I'll help you with.
Wanna... you might...
Did you come? Need.
If you need
Ready for com.
a mission,
Nothing to fear.
if you
Wanna...
a mission,
So sleepy.
You can see the moment it turns into, but you don't see it the first time. Yeah, you don't notice. Like, this is the moment. It's like,
Standing by. Go! Here comes the
Take a break. Okay.
Standing by.
The pressure's on.
Neat and tidy! Gotta take care of her. The boss is here. Roger. Roger. Standing by. Copy that. Moving up. Incoming! Target confirmed. It's no good surrender!
Hit him where it hurts.
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have that sound just on my computer somewhere, just in case you need it. I think this is the one. There we go. Yeah, not bad. Yeah. This is the video that got recommended to me on Instagram the day I started using it after 1 year. This is the video that got recommended to me. You can do this, girl. Oh, it's when the new Fallout Master Edition came out. This looks so good. The dog is smiling. You done animals. When the rats get really excited, their eyes kind of start like popping out. That's a New York rat. My granddad sounded like this every time he would get up.
if you need
So sleepy.
Yeah.
Let's take a break.
Let's play football. I was gonna say, like, it is so moldy. Like, not the hair, but like the video itself.